Welcome to TS Open. We speak, you shine. That's TS Open.
Okay, so get ready for this. We're diving deep into the story of Tom Shanon, roller skating legend. And being world class is cool and all, but this article, it really blew me away with how he basically invented his own career.
Right. Talk about entrepreneurial spirit, right?
Yeah.
Shanon saw a path that didn't even exist.
Exactly.
And just went for it, made it a reality.
He had no business model to follow, which, duh, right? No one was doing what he was doing.
It speaks to his incredible self-belief and vision. Most people would have just, gotten a regular job, but he was driven by something else entirely.
Passion, clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, color me intrigued. So what do we have to work with today, source-wise, before we really drop into this?
We've got a really interesting mix, actually. We've got some interviews, articles, even some snippets of his performances.
Oh, wow. So we actually get to see him in action. This is exciting. Okay, so Tom Shanon, roller skating artist, entrepreneur, where do we even begin?
Well, I think the best place to start is with Shannon's childhood because, it wasn't exactly a glide path to success,
Okay, yeah, no silver spoon or anything?
Not even close. Picture this. 1970s Paris, a small studio apartment, immigrant parents from Madagascar.
Okay, so humble beginnings, for sure.
Very humble. And this is crucial to understand because his story is all about defying the odds. It's 1976 when he first discovers roller skating, completely teaches himself, and just dives headfirst into every single skating style you can think of.
Wow, talk about a natural talent. I can barely stand upright on skates.
Right, but it wasn't just talent. It was this, relentless drive. He wasn't content with just being good. He had to master it all. The articles mentioned jumping, slalom, dance, even aggressive and speed skating.
Wow. And he spends 6 years. 6 years.
Wow.
In a basement, basically just workshopping his act.
Just grinding away at it.
6 years. Most people would give it up, but he's figuring out the choreography, the tech, the marketing, all while becoming this world-class performer at the same time.
That's next level commitment right there. How many of us would have given up after 6 months, let alone 6 years? He was clearly onto something, even if he wasn't sure what it was at that time.
And this is where the no internet thing really hits home. We complain about information overload, but imagine the opposite. No online tutorials, no way to see what others are doing, just you, your skates, and a whole lot of basement space.
You're not kidding. That's both incredibly freeing and totally terrifying. And the source actually quotes Shanon from back then, and he says, "You are either crazy or you love living dangerously." Clearly, he was both.
And then there's the Red Bull Trophy.
Which, let's be real, is a whole other level of incredible.
Oh yeah, this isn't just skating for the fun of it anymore.
This is competing against the best of the best.
In extreme sports, no less.
Fast forward to 1999. Venice Beach, California. Shanon wins the roller skate Red Bull Trophy.
So winning this, it's not just luck or talent, it's pushing your limits.
Absolutely. It's about pushing the boundaries of what's physically possible on skates.
And somehow that's not even the peak of his story.
Because then comes the Moulin Rouge. You can't talk about cabaret without mentioning the Moulin Rouge.
It's iconic. The red windmill, the costumes, the history.
It's been around for over a century. Think about all the legendary performers who've graced that stage.
Okay, so fast forward, he emerges from the basement, and his act, even today, is described as completely unique. What is it about what he does that's so hard to replicate even now with all the videos and whatnot out there?
It's not just about the skating, though that's clearly phenomenal. It's the whole package he created, the innovation, the technical skill, the showmanship.
It's like he's an inventor, a performer, a businessman, all rolled into one.
The source actually lists some of the things he was doing. Innovating new tricks, probably even manufacturing his own props, who knows, then performing with this incredible charisma, and then on top of that, he's got the business savvy to turn it all into a career. It's multi-layered, It's that's what makes any art form truly hard to copy. You can learn the techniques, but that unique fingerprint of the creator, that's what makes it special.
So true. And it's amazing to see how he's now using that experience to help other artists. That app he created is taking that early community building he did on the streets of Paris and bringing it to a global stage.
It's like that whole paying it forward thing, but on a whole other level. Plus, you gotta love that he still got that playful, creative spark. The names of his acts alone, the crazy puppets, the plane, the laser, they're like little glimpses into his imagination.
Seriously. Makes you want to see them just to figure out what they're all about. But Okay, big picture time. Is Shannon's story more inspiring or intimidating? Because on one hand, it's like, wow, anything is possible. On the other hand, it's like he had to basically invent his own path in the dark with no guarantees.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
And that's a good question for everyone listening. What's your basement years equivalent? What's that thing you're willing to work on, even if there's no roadmap, no guarantee of success? What's the unique thing you bring to the table?
Because that's how you build a legacy, one basement breakthrough at a time.
Bam.
Yeah.
Love it. Thanks for this chat. It's been eye-opening, to say the least.
Anytime. This is why we do these deep dives, right?
You got it. And for everyone listening, thanks for joining us. Go find your basement and get to work. See you next time.
We speak, you shine. That's TS Open.